Hello folks, welcome back. In this tutorial, we'll go ahead and add a couple more fields to the position object. So we can always go to the position object and click on the quick access menu that you see and click on the new fields. Now the next field that I wanted to add is the skills required. So it's also going to be a lot of characters, so I will make it as text area long. So I go ahead and select the text area long and click on next. And this is the field label, which is the name of the column, you can say, and it's called skills required. Once you tab out, this field name will auto populate, and then click next and visible to every profile, next, and save and new. Now I wanted to also see if this position needs a travel required or does it need some language expertise. So I wanted to create a checkbox and which is going to say yes or no. So if you wanted to store something like yes or no, true, false, then you have checkbox. So you go ahead and click on the checkbox, click next, and we can name it as travel required. And make it visible to everyone. Click next and save and new. Want another checkbox for this, and I want to say, does it need expertise on Java, which is a programming language? If you don't know, then does it need expertise on the Java language, and make it visible. Next, when new, does it need expertise on JavaScript? That's also another scripting language. So I want to click it as make it as a checkbox again, and then you'll see here, make it as JavaScript. Next, visible, next, and save and new. Next thing, I want to figure out the locations, like which locations this position is in. So it can be multiple positions, multiple locations. So I wanted to get a drop down and select the location from there and name it as location field. Make it L caps, that's not required, but just if you tab out from here, you get this location. And next thing is, let's say Austin is the first place this position is open. Next is London, England, and next is Sydney, Australia, and then we can say New York, and Y. Next, and save. So these are the, make it visible, and then next, and save. So now if you go back to the position object, you will see these different fields that you have just created. All the travel required is a checkbox, means it looks like this. So you can click on it, you cannot, like you can uncheck it, you can check on it. And then location, so you see all the locations, the user can select any of the locations from the given pick list. Now the next thing is, let's go ahead and create another object. So there's another shortcut to create an object. You can go ahead and click on this new next to the view object, and it'll ask you what you want to do. So the next object that I wanted to create is the candidate. So the plural label will be candidates with an S, and I don't want to add in this description. And this time, instead of the first field that we by default, so Salesforce generates for us, instead of candidate name, I want a candidate ID. And instead of text, I wanted auto number. So auto number is automatically, it'll increment as you enter records in the candidate object. Means as you enter the rows in the candidate table, it'll increment by 1. So I wanted to display with, say, this is my format, 0, and then the starting number is 1. And this time I'm not going to click on this launch new custom tab and see what happens. So we'll go ahead and not click on this and just click save. So what happens is we have created the candidate object and it has this underscore underscore C, which means it's a custom object, but we don't see the tab for it. If you forgot to click on the launch new button, there's another way, workaround for that. You can search for the tabs here and click on this tab and click on the new tab. Now you wanted to create a tab for this candidate object. So the tab style, let's say I wanted to make it as anything you want to say. You want to say people, so you can select this one and you click on the next and then save. I don't want to include this tab in the recruiting, only in the recruiting application. I don't want in any other applications that we have currently. So only for the recruiting app, I wanted to add this tab. So you go ahead and click on save. So now you will see this candidate field or candidate tab added to this recruiting application. Now, if you want to check the schema builder, you can always do that. It created an object for you that's called table for you. And right now, if you go back and look at the candidate, you'll only see few fields here. The few fields that you see is the default fields that we got it once we created the candidate object. Now in the next video, we're going to go ahead and create more fields for the candidate object. And for that, stay tuned and thank you.